What if one morning you woke up and realized speed matters more than skill, more than loyalty, more than dedication, more than the years you spent becoming good at what you do? Would that scare you? Because whether we accept it or ignore it, the world quietly shifted. Employers don't ask, how much time will you take? They ask, how fast can you deliver? Clients don't reward effort, they reward speed. And the uncomfortable question is, can humans keep up? Or are we already too slow for the future unfolding in front of us? Ask yourself, how many times have you felt guilty for replying late? How many opportunities slipped because thinking took time? How many tasks were postponed simply because humans need rest, reassurance, or motivation? While we hesitate, AI executes, no breaks, no doubts. No downtime, instant work, instant results. And when a machine completes in seconds, what takes us hours? What happens to those hours? Do they become wasted? Or do they become proof that AI is simply faster? The title isn't a prediction. AI versus human speed test. Who wins? The thumbnail isn't dramatized. AI versus human. Who's faster? The question is, has the race already ended before most humans even realized it began? If AI writes emails, edits videos, codes software, analyzes risks, and plans marketing, then what remains purely human? Thought? Imagination? But what if AI learns to imitate imagination faster than we understand our own? For decades, improvement meant progress. Suddenly, improvement means survival. The world isn't waiting. Technology isn't waiting. Opportunities aren't waiting. So ask yourself, are you competing with humans or with a machine upgraded every few weeks? Because if today's concern is speed, tomorrow's might be a necessity. And here's the question we avoid. If speed becomes the only qualification, what happens to the humans never built for constant acceleration? If AI is already faster, how long before faster becomes better becomes preferred, and preferred becomes replaced? What if the real challenge today isn't working harder, but working faster, much faster? The world quietly shifted from how well do you work to how quickly can you finish? And the unsettling part? I answered that question with a confidence humans never had instantly. So a difficult truth emerges. In a world that prioritizes speed, where do humans, who naturally take time, fit in? Pause and reflect. How many tasks do you delay because you need energy? Because you need rest? Motivation? Permission? And how many tasks does AI delay? None. You get tired, it accelerates. You get emotional, it becomes efficient. You doubt, it decides. You take breaks, it breaks limits. So how do humans compete with something that isn't bound by human nature? Maybe the fear isn't that AI is fast. Maybe the fear is AI is consistent. Consistently fast. Consistently correct. Consistently available. Something humans were never designed to be. Does that expose human weakness? Or does it reveal the expectations of speed as unrealistic? Yet the world is adapting. Job listings demand fast learners, fast execution, fast delivery. Not calm, not careful, not thoughtful. Just fast. And when AI delivers speed without complaint, without salary, without sickness, what happens to the value of the human who still needs time? Here's a confronting question. Are humans becoming slower? Or has technology risen so quickly that normal human speed now feels like delay? When someone says, "You're late," are you truly late, or is the world simply running ahead of humanity's limits? Because speed is no longer a metric of performance. It's becoming a requirement for survival. And survival requirements don't care about stress, rest, or balance. They only care about outcomes. So where does that leave the human brain? Still processing, still thinking, still requiring seconds. Seconds that AI no longer needs? If AI continues to increase its speed, not by years or months, but by updates, then what happens to humans who improve slowly, naturally, realistically? When was the last time you felt the world moving faster than you could adjust? New tools, new systems, new shortcuts, almost like every day rewrites the rulebook. And the unsettling truth? You don't even get time to understand the old rules before the new ones replace them. So the fear isn't simply being replaced. The fear is being outpaced, quietly, repeatedly, permanently. You're not afraid that AI will take your job tomorrow. You'll be afraid someone else might take it today, because they learned how to use AI before you did. Isn't that the real pressure? You wake up not competing with people, but with the speed of innovation itself. Think about it. How quickly does news spread now? How fast do trends rise and disappear? How rapidly do skills expire? What happens to the people learning last year's skills, while others are mastering next year's tools? There was a time when experience made you valuable. Today, it might make you outdated. There was a time when learning slowly meant learning deeply. Now, learning slowly simply means losing faster. Success once felt like a journey. Today it feels like a countdown. And here's the psychological trap. You're no longer comparing yourself to successful people. You're comparing yourself to software. Software that writes faster than your thoughts, designs faster than your imagination, learns faster than your mistakes. So how do humans stay relevant in a race that never stops? A race where the finish line moves forward with every update, and updates don't take decades. They take minutes. But perhaps the deepest fear isn't speed. It's invisibility, the fear that effort goes unnoticed because something or someone outperformed you silently. And if staying relevant now requires constant evolution, then what happens to the humans who pause, who rest, who get overwhelmed, who simply can't run every single day? What if I told you the real danger of AI isn't that it replaces jobs, but that it separates people faster than any revolution in human history? Every major leap created a divide. Fire created hunters and the hunted. Machines created factory owners and factory workers. Computers created millionaires and unemployed typists. But this time, the divide isn't taking decades. It's happening update after update, version after version. AI doesn't just make tasks faster, it makes people replaceable. Imagine a company with 100 employees suddenly realizing, I can do the same work with 20. Faster, cheaper, without breaks, without salaries, without ambition. Will they keep the remaining 80 out of kindness, or remove them out of logic? And if logic wins, who can argue against efficiency? In the past, losing a job meant learning a new skill and beginning again. But what happens if the new skill is also automated? If artificial intelligence negotiates better, writes better, designs better, analyzes better, predicts better, and learns faster than the human who trained it, then what exactly defines a skilled human today? Here comes the question no one wants to ask out loud. In a world where intelligence is becoming automated, what makes you impossible to replace? Because the truth is simple. Time won't ask whether you're ready or not. It will move on without you. There is a strange silence in the world right now. A silence that comes before a storm. Governments don't fully understand AI. Companies are racing to adopt it. People are trying to ignore it. Yet life is changing in ways we can't reverse. The fear isn't that AI will take over the world. The fear is that it already controls parts of it: decisions, predictions, loans, hiring systems, medical scans, traffic, ads, information flow. Your feed, your attention, your choices, quietly, invisibly. You don't notice it because you're living inside it. You ask for speed, convenience, accuracy, and AI delivers. But every time it delivers, it learns. It learns your preferences, your weaknesses, your impulses. It knows what you watch when you're bored, what you search when no one is around, what keeps you awake at 3 a.m. And here's the chilling part. AI doesn't just collect data, it predicts behavior. Not tomorrow, not next year, but in seconds, faster than you can understand your own thoughts. So the real question isn't, will AI replace humans? The question is, will humans still make the decisions, or simply react to the decisions machines made first? Because the biggest threat isn't losing jobs, it's losing control. And if we don't learn to lead this technology now, this technology may begin leading us, quietly, efficiently, and without permission. In the world of AI versus human speed, the real competition isn't who finishes first, it's who stops thinking last. If you want to stay ahead in the world of AI and automation, don't forget to subscribe to XAI Automations.